more of her, especially in kind of the upper echelons, the tier 1 games. We're seeing Viper a little bit more. Some people are opting for other agents in in her region, I guess you could say. But I just have to say it really quick. Grapefruit Techniques actually upset our grand finals winners last week. Phoenix won GG in last round. So this is going to be a really fun match to see Grapefruit Techniques go up against Take Flight, who are another grand finals contender team. So this is going to be a really fun match. We're on split. We've got some contender teams here trying to do their grand finals run. And yeah, this is going to be a really fun match.
Yeah, should be very exciting here. All 5 members locked in on both sides. We'll go over our agent selects right after we get into the map overview. But we are moving in onto Split for the first time, I believe, in a while. I believe Split is typically one of the first 2 maps that we see get banned out. It's typically Split and Icebox are the first 2 bans to come through.
Yeah, we've been seeing that a lot in our notes from the production in the back. You know, we have some notes up here just to keep us on top of what's happening in the tournament, and every single note so far has pretty much just been ban Split, ban Icebox,
ban Split, ban Split, ban Split, ban Split,
ban Icebox. We don't want to get cold here. It's already cold outside. We don't want to get cold here in the video game either. So, I mean, it is what it is. But we're now running into this nice Split overview, and here it is: Take Flight versus Grapefruit Techniques. And let's go over this roster here. Bump, what's going on up there?
Yeah, starting out for Take Flight, have the Killjoy, Omen, Breach, Jet, and Raze.
And it is a mirror matchup on both sides. So
Ooh.
This is going to be really exciting. Who's going to be the better team in this situation? Who's going to be the better Jet? Or who is going to get those crazy paint shells kills up in this matchup? We just don't know yet, but we're about to see it. Booed here with some utility in the heaven space here on A, trying to hold back, and there it is. We're seeing some shots back and forth, especially with the turret there. So, I mean, that in itself is really good. And here it is, some big commitments here.
Yeah, big push here in onto A. Grapefruit Techniques able to find themselves one, trading out Giovanni there. Booed keeping himself alive for now, but we are in a 4v4 choice.
Oh, look at that rotation. That is a fantastic rotation from Grapefruit there. Bump, and now they're all the way on the B side, but no, here's Valen the God getting a headshot, but no, Zaboda is going to put a stop to his reign, and there is a beautiful double kill from Take Flight, and this looks like a pretty destitute situation for Grapefruit Techniques, but Zaboda kind of chilling in this background, might actually get some really nice headshots in this
30
situation.
seconds left.
Just don't know yet. I feel like the moment that he starts putting down this spike, it's going to be game over for Zaboda.
Yeah, I feel like his only hope was immediately trying to get himself up those ropes and over to A, but will fall here, Simple picking up that kill, and Take Flight taking that first pistol round. Booed looking very nice on the health bar there.
Oh, yeah. And there it is, that round 2 force. You see some Spectres, some Stingers, a lot of full shields. This is going to be a really tough match for Grapefruit to get through, but if they can get those headshots, I mean, there is a Sheriff on the side of Zaboda, so we saw Zaboda absolutely dominate Valen with that headshot earlier, so he's got a Sheriff in hand now. Might actually be a pretty intense situation in this round 2.
Yeah, we've seen all of these players so many times. We know how talented they are, and Zaboda, one of those players, especially on the duelists, that is so scary.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. We've seen some pretty ridiculous stuff from Zaboda, especially on the Phoenix. Those curveballs, those run-it-backs, really dangerous coming out of Zaboda. So that's going to be very interesting to actually see him on the Raze. Getting those paint shells out there. A lot of firepower in this situation, but
yeah, we have a slow round coming through so far. No one fallen quite yet. A little bit of damage coming through onto the Jet on Take Flight, but that is about it. Danya taking a little bit of shield damage, a little bit of health bar damage.
Yeah, and this might be the rotation from Take Flight. They're starting to get prepared. There it is. Giovanni pushing himself way up onto the site here. The swarm grenade goes out. It's probably going to get a lot of damage, but the aftershock is going to push Booed out of the heaven space. And what is going to happen here, Buff? Is this going to be a win?
No.
Oh, my goodness.
Giovanni able to get that nice kill there with this
30
Sheriff
seconds
moving
left.
in. Bossy TV,
Spike planted.
beautiful paint shells, might be able to get a kill with that. No, just
Did
does
some
a
damage for
ton
sure.
of damage onto that Jet, but we are in a 4v5. Health bar's not looking great right now for Grapefruit Techniques, but they, in terms of the clock, should be able to play this out quite well. Boot able to take down one. Sabota grabs one on the other side. Brew able to grab one before he falls. Oh my goodness, so many kills coming out across the board. 3v2 now. PSH so low in terms of the health bar. Will fall there. And this is Bood all by himself here. Able to finish this out. Has one more member over to the right. I don't think he knows exactly where Giovanni is.
He's going to get it to halfway. He's going to pull up. Is he going to win the 1v1 duel? He does.
Will be able
does
to
he
win
get
the
it, though?
1v1. Not, oh, does not have enough time to. I think he got it to half. I think he could have finished.
I don't think he got it to half. Because when I saw the split second of how much it was all the way back to down to the bottom. And that was really unfortunate. I think he thought he got it all the way to halfway, but he just stopped it right before. Really unfortunate situation for Bood. But still, won the 1v1. Really solid situation there.
Thankfully for him, they changed it so if you die to the spike, it doesn't affect your KDA.
Yeah.
So he's still sitting at that beautiful 5-0 for himself. We can just ignore that. It didn't happen. There's no record of it.
Right. I mean, he did lose his Spectre in that situation, but that's it. I mean, who cares? It's just a Spectre.
Yeah, and now Grapefruit Techniques really favored in terms of gun matchups here, but they are so spread out right now.
There we go, sending out the flash. Giovanni kind of pushing up really aggressively. Oh my goodness. And in a split second, Brew, oh my goodness.
Yeah, he's actually able to pick himself up the SMG there. Will be able to move in. Gonna find himself another member here in just a second. PSH taking him down. Simple actually picked up a kill on the other side of the map. And this is a 3v3.
And here we go, nice slow rotation. They're really clearing out this CT side. Going through screens, trying to clear it out as much as possible. And they're going to run into Denya, who is hanging out on the site here. I think he heard some utility go down? I'm not sure. But, ooh, instantly taken down by Foreplay, which, by the way, shout out to Foreplay's mom, who is in the chat.
Yep, shout
that's
out.
really cool.
We love when we have the moms watching.
Supportive parents, love that.
The original VSS mom is Boostio's mom. Shout out to Boostio's mom.
Yeah, so we love seeing you here, Foreplay's mom. PSH is going to take down Simple, and here it is. This is a 1v2 situation. Again, pretty much in the favor of Grapefruit Techniques, but can take Flyte and Bossy TV clutch this round out.
Yeah, beautiful use of the Nano Swarm grenades there, keeping the defuse from coming through. Oh, he might be able to just force it here. PSH on the top side, able to grab that kill through heaven there, and Grapefruit Techniques moving up 2-0. 2-1 rather.
Yeah, that was, I mean, that was a really solid push and a retake, technically, from Grapefruit Techniques. You know, they had to surrender the site to take Flyte, and in that situation, they were able to come down and retake it from Take Flyte. And so that was a really fantastic round from Grapefruit Techniques. If they could keep going on that same path, you know, this is a pretty, this is a high contender match. Like I was saying earlier, Take Flyte has had some crazy runs in the Valorant Sunday Showdown. They definitely deserve to be here in the top echelons of this tournament. Grapefruit Techniques, kind of, I wouldn't say unproven because they have definitely gone far, but recently I haven't seen a ton from them. But they have obviously been in the lab, and here it is, a big commitment from Grapefruit Techniques.
Oh no! Sabota looks over to the side, looks away from Boot, or would have been able to get that kill. 3v2 now, so many kills coming out across the board. Take Flyte, have the man advantage now.
That was a really tough situation for Grapefruit. Oh, perfect aftershock. PSH is going to survive that one. Get that spike down. Oh my goodness, bump.
Yeah, Denya forced up for the operator this round, and it is paying off. He's able to grab that kill and make it a 4v2. PSH all by himself. Valen finishing things off and Take Flyte, even the score back up.
Valen is such an intense player. He gets right up in your face, definitely hits his shots in those crazy 1v1 situations and those gunfights. And that's definitely not a player that you want to like see on the site pointing his gun at you, because you're most likely just going to die immediately.
Yeah, really good at finding those quick headshots. He's been a mainstay player here at the VSS, I believe a previous HyperX MVP. So, formerly of Flow State, that's where he's played the majority of his VSS games.
Yeah, him and Simple. So that's
Yes,
really nice
yeah.
that they have continued pretty
This is gonna
much
be fun.
playing together.
Yeah, both of those teammates getting pulled over from that roster, picked up by Take Flight. It's been nice to see Take. Oh my goodness, Denia starting things off with this operator. It's been so good. Wow, Zabota actually able to get the shot off. I'm sorry, Bossy able to get the shot off rather. Zabota was trying to get.
Last player standing.
Oh,
Was that blind?
Yeah, he was
blinded.
blinded.
I was about to say either blinded or lagged out. I'm not sure.
unfortunate situation. But once again, Take Flight put another point on the board, looking really strong with these rifle rounds. Like, these full buy rounds are looking real buff from Take Flight, and it's kind of scary.
I like the rainbow candy cane more than the traditional candy cane.
Yeah, same.
If I'm gonna have to watch a candy cane, let's use the good fruit flavored one.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we like that one for sure. The one that changes your mouth a bunch of different colors.
Oh, for sure. we have 3 ultimates now available on the side of Take Flight, and the way they've been playing around their abilities, I'm really excited to see Simple's Rolling Thunder.
Ooh, yes, this is going to be huge.
And this would be a perfect situation for it. A bunch of members grouped up in Garage, and that is pretty much the width of Garage is Rolling Thunder.
Yeah. Would love to see a really effective Rolling Thunder come out from Simple, but at the moment, it's just going to be a nice slow play from Grapefruit Techniques. They know that there is a couple of ultimates on the board here for Take Flight. They're not trying to push anything pretty crazy right now. They need to get a pick in this situation, but Bump, who is going to win out on this gunfight?
Denia's been so good about it lately, but as I get ready to say that, PSH taking over with that Vandal, able to take down the operator off the board.
That blind was so clutch.
Yeah, really great play. It just hit for just a second, but that was all he needed. Beautiful play coming through. And Simple about to find himself in a difficult position, able to take down Brew with a beautiful quick headshot. Zabota just with this pistol. Not done fighting.
Spike planted.
Beautiful paint shells coming in from him. Does a ton of damage onto Bossy. They have an operator there if they just want to grab it and run, but wow!
Might get another one? Oh my gosh, so close. Clutch paint shells in that situation, gets the kill. PSH might actually get this, but no. Here's the Killjoy on CT side, and this is going to be a really rough hold for Grapefruit.
Bossy able to grab the kill onto foreplay there. PSH tries to take down the lockdown, is able to grab that, but pays for it with his life. And Bood able to grab themselves that operator. Daniel will have that back in his hands next round, and since they've got that operator, things have been looking so clean for Take Flight.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, even though Denya only technically has 3 kills under his belt at the moment, just knowing that there's an op on the field changes the way you push. Gets those mind games going. You know, they have to think a little bit harder of how to push those corners.
Yeah, we saw that in the Mamba Mode Purple game earlier. There were a bunch of rounds where Boltsy had an operator, and he actually didn't find anyone. No one saw him, but the fact that they knew that there was an operator in play just really forced how the other team could play around the map. And we've seen that with Grapefruit Techniques. They just have to be so apprehensive about what corner they push, because Denya is moving around with this operator, moving to a bunch of different places and finding so many different kills with it.
Yeah, and he's going to continue doing that. Now, Take Flight are doing a very interesting hold here. They've got 3 on A, 2 on B, and they're having they just have this feeling that there's going to be one. There is the flashpoint coming out, but Bossy TV is going to put an end to Foreplay's push there, and that's a really unfortunate situation for Grapefruit Techniques. And now they might actually get a much better push here, but they're going to be caught out by Simple.
Simple with a beautiful angle there, hanging out on that box.
Yeah.
Just crouching, getting that little bit of a headshot angle. Valen taking out PSH on the side, and things looking so clean right now for Take Flight. This round almost guaranteed at this point. Brew will fall to Simple there as he picks himself up a 3K, and that's a flawless round going over to Take Flight.
Oh, we love seeing these flawless rounds. Simple on top of it all, 10-3 right now. That is ridiculous, especially coming from your controller breach. I mean, that is a ridiculous stat line to have as this breach agent.
Yeah.
Like, that's so good.
And typically, I'm a little more critical about people not using their ultimates, but with an ultimate like Rolling Thunder, just having it available on defense is such a huge threat.
Yeah.
It really cancels a plant if you're going to try to plant, defuse if you're going to try to defuse. It's such a good ability. We'll have to see if Denya is able to get himself another kill with this operator here. Oh my goodness, taking down Giovanni. I don't even know how that hit. Boo, taking out Zabota on the side. Zabota, that was his rocket that got popped in that round.
Are you kidding me,
What
Bo?
is happening? I don't, what? That was such a quick round coming through. Grapefruit Techniques tried to pull the trigger with that showstopper from Zabota, but Denya started the round with that kill onto Giovanni, so it didn't even matter.
That was, oh my goodness. That was such an insane round. And it's really unfortunate for Zabota because if you think about it, that's like his second showstopper he's attempted to get out there, and he's been
killed,
shot out of the air.
Both times. When this round started, Choice, there were 3 members of Take Flight that had max credits.
Oh, no.
One of the members is at 8,800 because he only had to buy 2 abilities.
Jeez.
Didn't have to buy a new shield, didn't have to buy a new gun. They've had 2 flawless rounds in a row.
That's a little rough for Grapefruit Techniques at the moment. They were looking really good at the beginning. Here comes the showstopper. Is he going to hit anything? No, not this time. Bossy TV is going to back off and point his gun up towards, but here's the Rolling Thunder coming out.
Able to take down foreplay Giovanni off the map too. Oh my goodness, Bossy grabs himself another kill, 5v2. They're at least able to take down 1 member of Take Flight this time around. 2 members go down. PSH still fighting. He's in a 1v2, grabs himself the spike, and he's probably running over to A.
Definitely faking the run on over, but they are not following forward this time. Take Flight. Denya is still holding this angle. This is going to be really rough for BSH. He's going to come out of this with an op staring right at him, but no, my goodness! He actually turns around and legs Denya. Wow.
Yeah, Bood able to finish the round off there. Denya keeping his operator in hand. He's had that Blade Storm for a while too and just hasn't had to use it because he's always had an operator.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
Take Flight is looking so scary right now. They're looking so composed, and I'm not sure if it's just the defense portion of Split here, but
yeah, a lot of people like to say that Split is a very, very, very defensive map. But look at this. They have been holding this angle almost every single round, and it's been working for them. They have 3 members of Take Flight on the A site staring down this long angle.
And I love how Denya just keeps moving around the map. He's always in a different position, always at a different angle with that operator, and they never know where they can look for him.
Yeah, I mean, this is a crazy hold.
Until they see Denya, they just have to assume he's around whatever corner they're about to walk into. And that is scary. Schrodinger's Denya. Until you see the Denya is there.
Very interesting. Oh my goodness, the flashpoint came out a little bit late.
Bood is still alive, was taking shots from pretty much point blank. Denya able to grab himself that kill onto Giovanni. It has been so long since we've seen Denya drop here. Foreplay moving in, trying to make the kill happen. Balin able to grab himself another kill. And Zabota all by himself here. Not looking very doable for him. About to take big paint shells damage and will just eat the second portion of that.
Yeah.
Razes trade themselves out.
Yeah. Man, one thing I really got to say about Grapefruit Techniques is that basically it's just been Zabota and PSH staying alive to the end of the round.
Yeah.
Almost every single round. That needs to change for them to be able to stay competitive in this situation. In this deep of the bracket, they need to come up with something different. They got to stay alive in these situations.
Yeah, I think even more important, I've talked about it a lot in the last few weeks, even more important than the number of kills you have is the number of deaths you have. We see 2 deaths on, I believe it is, I believe it's Simple. Denya getting another kill to start us off with this round. Aussie on the side, moving in, able to grab himself one. Foreplay grabs himself another. Things finally looking good for Grapefruit. They drop that ultimate, and they are getting ready to move in onto the B side.
Yeah, this is going to be tough for Take Flight this time. I mean, Grapefruit Techniques had a really solid hold on that one. They did take some major damage throughout this, but PSH doing another really kind of unorthodox flank back through mid as they were pushing out of garage. And now Simple using tons of utility in this situation. Brew actually gets a kill here in this situation. That's what needs to happen. Brew coming up big in the world right now. That Swarm Grenade's going to do crazy damage to PSH. I'm surprised he's still alive in this moment. But now 3v1, Take Flight. It's just Bood. And will he be able to handle the small health pool, but 3 guns of Grapefruit Techniques?
Ooh, has his work cut out for him here. About to take on the 2 low health members first, but 4Play moved around the side, able to take him down. 10 HP left on 4Play. And Grapefruit finally stopped the bleeding a little bit. They lost 7 rounds in a row.
Yeah, that hurts. It really hurts. And now Take Flight have 4 really competitive ultimates available here. I mean, this is going to be tough. They've got the Rolling Thunder, which can help them take a site. They have the teleport for Grapefruit Techniques to be able to get some information on where some of these setups are. And then they have the knives, but that's really about it.
Choice Boot has died 3 times. He's died the 3 rounds that Grapefruit Techniques has taken.
Oh,
that's it.
My goodness.
Denya, an absolute monster, starting us off with that kill. PSH immediately taken to a minuscule health bar again. Oh, Denya with the leg shot, not able to finish him off, but there's nothing he can do now.
Yeah, that was I mean, the best thing that you can do in that situation is kind of hold that angle, make sure that they're not pushing for you.
Yeah, Denya's not even the top fragger, but he's definitely been the MVP so far. He's getting some key picks. He's getting a ton of damage down, and he's just been an absolute menace to Grapefruit Techniques.
Yeah. I mean, even though he just legged the breach, I mean, just knowing that you got hit by it is scary.
And there he goes. Gets himself a second kill of the round. He's hit the other 2 members on the board, too, so it's not like... He's 4 for 4 on his shots. He's gotten 2 kills. Oh my goodness, PSH will fall there rather. Bossy able to grab that kill before he dies.
Oh yeah, this is going to be really tough for Giovanni. He's got to get this spike down. He's got to do something with it. The flashpoint comes out, the knives come out, but no, he's fully blind. Valen finishes him off for a 9-3 half. This is looking really difficult for Grapefruit Techniques.
Yeah, Grapefruit Techniques definitely have their work cut out for them in this second half, but they will be on this more favored side as we get ready to swap sides. They were on the attack. They weren't able to ever really figure out an attack plan that worked for them, but thankfully they will be on the more favored side of the map now.
Yeah, they're on this defender side. Hopefully they're going to have a little better time holding these angles, holding these sites, keeping Take Flight off of them. But
and I was talking about how important it is to have your death number low. We have 3 deaths on Bood, we have 4 deaths on Denya. The lowest amount of deaths on Grapefruit Techniques is in the double digits. That is, it's just so important that we've seen so many ultimates get used by Take Flight, and that is because there's been so many kills. Zabona double satcheling in to start the round off, takes a lot of damage, but he's able to get himself out. Should be able to get a lot of damage with those paint shells also. Bossy able to take down Brew. And Zabona just trying to run himself away. Denya grabbing that kill, and this is a beautiful push onto the B side for Take Flight.
Man, Take Flight are just so dangerous on these really aggressive pushes. I mean, like, they destroyed whoever was holding... Whoa! PSH through the blind was able to get the right-click headshot. It's not enough in this situation, but it is a 3v1.
Ooh, Giovanni all by himself here has 13 HP. Will get taken down by Bood on the side, but everyone really low in that situation. But Take Flight moved themselves into the double-digit mark, Choice.
Wow. 10-3 in the first round of the half. Well, technically the second round of the second half, excuse me. And Take Flight just looking crispy on all of these pushes. I mean, Valen pushed up in heaven, B heaven, destroyed their heaven hold, and that was the site for them. I mean, almost instantaneously, it just happened all at the same exact time. So, I mean, they're just looking so fantastic on all of their pushes. PSH taking some damage here. The flashpoint comes out, sends in a couple shots, but no, there's a lot of people going down. What's happening, Bump?
Yeah, unfortunately, Giovanni pulled the trigger a little bit early there, so he's not able to get any shots through that blind. PSH able to grab himself one. Boot and Valen both grab themselves quick kills, and this is a 3v2 now. Take Flyte with the advantage, 3v1. Zabota all by himself here, and I'm not sure what he can do. Oh my goodness, he can get a dink. That's what he's gonna do. Walks into that nanoswarm grenade. Can't even walk towards the heaven threat now. Trying to get some last shots off the Simple with that Phantom. Able to finish him off, and they are trying to get themselves to match point now, Choice.
An extremely valiant effort from Zabota with that crazy Sheriff flick. I mean, it's just not enough to really stave them off, but man, Take Flyte, so crispy.
They've just done such a good job about forcing picks at the beginning of the round and leaving Grapefruit techniques constantly in 3v5s, 2v5s. There's rarely been a time 20 seconds into a round where Grapefruit techniques have had all 5 of their members still alive.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a aggressive play style from Take Flyte here. They're being super on top of every single one of their pushes, and they're definitely looking to soar high here in this quarterfinals matchup. And it is 11-3 Bump, and now they have the B site, but Zabota is a real big thorn in their side.
Yeah, beautiful headshot coming through there for him. Valen with this pistol taking down Giovanni, but Zabota falls up in the heaven to those paint shells. Match point looking almost imminent here as we have a 3v2 now for Grapefruit Techniques foreplay moving in around the side, and both of the members have to collapse over from A here, Choice.
Yeah, this is looking pretty dire for Grapefruit Techniques. This might actually be the round that takes Take Flyte to match point in the situation. This is quarterfinals again in a best of one. So this is Grapefruit Techniques, pretty much the last chance. Boot takes out foreplay, and it's just PSH again with 2 members in the cubby. This is, oh my goodness! Does he have enough time?
No, I don't think he has time at this point. I think Take Flyte did a beautiful time of playing to time. If Grapefruit gets this, I'd be very impressed. So close there, but Take Flyte did an amazing job of playing to time there, and we are now on a match point for Take Flyte.
Oh my goodness.
Boot hasn't even died in the second half.
I don't know. I mean, if you can have a fantastic Killjoy player, I've said this about Inox.
Yeah.
If you have a fantastic Killjoy player, you're going to be a dangerous contender in the Valorant Sunday Showdown, because Killjoy players pretty much kind of rule the field here in the VSS, and it definitely shows here in this situation.
Yeah, things looking very clean here for Take Flyte. Bossy starting things off with this rocket. Gets a lot of damage down onto PSH in that back corner. Wipes his shield, takes him down to 40, and Valen wipes him off the field. 5v4 now.
Oh, good grenade.
Ooh, Valen might die to that. Really close. They're taking him down to 10 HP. Bossy pushing in, taking down Giovanni. Zabota up on the top side, removing him out of the map. Things not looking good. Foreplay all by himself does get taken out by Valen, and that is a ridiculously quick win coming through for Take Flyte.
I mean, last week we saw Phoenix 1 do pretty much the same exact thing on Split. There's something about Split. If these teams are practicing this map and really getting it down, some of these pushes, their defaults, getting on top of it and being aggressive, just like Take Flyte, man, it's the Split diff for a lot of these teams. That's for sure.
And it really came down to Take Flyte building such a large, momentous score gap on the first half of the map. They took a 9-3 first half, and that just set them up in perfect position to be able to take everything else from there. It was just a huge game coming through. 18-12-3 final KDA for Bossy. He'll be our match MVP for our top 8. Big shout outs to Bood. Big shout outs to Denya. Denya was the bottom fragger, and I think had the most impact of anyone in the game.
Definitely had a lot of impact in that game, for sure.
Insane plays. It's so weird to see those players that aren't doing a ton in terms of KD. He didn't have all of the kills. We saw him hitting so many leg shots, though. We saw him just forcing people off. As soon as they realized that Denya was in an area, they just had to leave because they were so scared of him.
Yeah, I mean, it forced a lot of really weird rotations, a lot of uncomfortable rotations from Grapefruit Techniques, that's for sure. But that's going to be it for the quarterfinals. We're just about to move into the semifinals?
Semifinals, yeah.
My goodness. I feel like this day is kind of flying by here right now. But we will be back.
Compared to some of the matchups, I mean, so the tournaments we've had in the last few weeks have
Yeah.
been running a little long. So it definitely feels good to have these quick 13 threes coming. That'll do it for me for the day. Choice and Dilly will be in for the top 4 and our grand finals. Go ahead and get ready to enter our Red Bull giveaway starting soon.
It should be starting soon.
Starting
yes,
soon, so
around-
get ready to hit exclamation point Red Bull in chat, and that'll do it for me. Choice and Dilly back in just a few moments. Don't go anywhere.